Welcome to ATP Customs. Well, today you guys are getting a weekly report on what's going on in the shop right now, what we're working on. So we'll do a little walkthrough, show you these little projects and what we're doing, and then we'll get to the one I'm sure that most of you are waiting to hear about, the 1-ton dually. So, the twin turbo F-150 build for the guys over at Total Hardcore Canadian Customs is currently waiting for a lot of parts. So we thought we would just take this opportunity and jump on the 49 Ford and the 65 Mercedes. So 49 Ford just had some new plug wires made up. Look at that, it's got a brand new fuel pump with the little glass. That's so cool, that little thing. We're now installing the fun parts like the door handles and the fuel filler cap. It's got the fuel tanks all painted. And look at that, the new headliner's in. Got the kick panels in. We're just bolting pieces onto it as we go to get them out of our way. Trying to get it ready to go to the glass shop. We have a lot of little pieces that are going on. And a lot of pieces that are missing and we have to order. The gauges, the factory style gauges, we have to restore them. We can't get factory style gauges. You can get the aftermarket digital ones, but because we're going with the 6-volt wiring and a 6-volt battery, we're sticking with the factory gauges in this particular build. Tons and tons of little stuff. Ignition switch housing, ignition lock cylinder, starter button, door handle stuff, little parts everywhere. And we are about to attempt to reupholster this seat. So we have to cut all this crap out of here. Very time-consuming gig, cleaning that up, and then sandblast it all because it's pretty rusty. So the seat is getting reupholstered, painting the bumpers, but it's coming along nicely. It looks beautiful. Very happy to see this looking like a truck again. Hot rod satin black paint from the supplier we're getting it from anyway is they don't have any in stock. We have to wait. So that won't be here till next week. We are doing all the running boards in kind of a satin black along with the bumpers and probably the inner engine compartment area, all the fender wells, that kind of stuff. And now we're at the fitting stage. We got to prep all this back end to make sure it's going to fit this tailgate, because this is the LMC bed in a box kit. Things are, let's just say they're not 100%. So we have to get creative on a few things. The 65 Mercedes. Well, that one, the guys had to strip the roof right off. Turns out there was a whole bunch of dents in the roof. Some of them were almost an inch deep. And the headliners all glued in. So we had no access to underneath to pound them up. So I had to get stud welder out. Pull a bunch of dents out. Now Mr. White gets to skin it. The guys get to board sand it. Prep it for primer. But happy to see that is solved and moving along. It's this one's been a lot more work than we thought. There's probably 20 to 30 pounds of Bondo have been shaved off of this car. And we're trying to actually fix the dents that they covered and just lightly skin it. So the Mercedes is coming along finally. That's awesome. What else we got? Well, we got a little Jeep in. A 95 YJ. Needs some servicing. Valve cover gasket. We had to swap the roof. Trying to find doors for this thing because these windows are garbage. They've come apart and they don't fit a factory roof anyway. See what I mean? Round. Not even close. I don't know why they'd even make them like that. So we're on the hunt for some doors or half doors for that thing. And the 1-ton dually. Let's have a look at the 1-ton dually. So I got the pressure washer out and went to town on the chassis on this thing. cleaned the living crap out of it to make sure there's no mud. Trust me, there's a lot of mud in this thing. But it is now clean enough that I can begin. I prefer my vehicles to be really clean when I start. You can't really see it because it's raining right now, but the hood is covered in sap. Yeah, that's all sap all over the hood. So I'm sure that'll be fun to get out of the hood. But parts. Apparently, when you're a Chevy parts hoarder like I am, and the world seems to have no parts when you're looking for them right now, it's really awesome that I have parts. We got an inner fender well in this morning. They couldn't get the other one, so I have to find one somewhere. And what do we got? Well, it turns out I had a set of stainless braided brake lines that fit 3/4 and 1 ton Chevys, 79 to 87. Well, that's awesome. We have 6 BDS shocks, 4 for the front, 2 for the rear. I will have to order another set for the rear because we're going to have dual shocks all the way around. I have a ProComp dual shock mount. And this is cool. I didn't even know I had this. Don't even know what I ordered this for. This is sway bar links for 73 to 87 Chevys with a 6 to 8 inch lift. So I'm assuming these just go to where your sway bar meets the plate on top of your springs and extends them. So I guess we'll have to try that little kit out. And I had a box of U-bolts that was probably from the Monster Blazer, I'm guessing. So that might have the missing U-bolt I need for my step-side Chevy for the front. And we also had some lights. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them on the 81. These are the same as what's on my Dodge. They're about $300 each. They're round though. And my 81's nothing but square headlights. It's a Squarebody, so I'm not sure if I'm going to use them on that truck. Might use them on my 78 step side because then it goes with the headlights a little better. Got a gallon of rock guard. We're going to do the chassis in rock guard because this isn't a show truck. It's going to look really nice, but I want this truck to be capable of being used. So I got a lot of cleanup on the chassis to do before I can rock guard that. So next we're getting ready to, I guess I got to rip the rear end of the other truck, bring it in, swap the rear end, and then we can start bolting shocks after I rock guard all the chassis. Oh yes, I found a door too. My Monster Blazer had the passenger door. The driver's door was completely rotten, and I won't need it for the Monster Blazer since we're going with a different body for that one. So we're stocking up on the parts we need. And I can now begin. Got my game plan. Have not ordered wheels and tires. I'm scared to pull the trigger on that because it's so expensive with what I picked. So I'm just taking a few more days to make sure I'm 100% on that. I know they won't be here right away anyway, but that's fine. Let's just say it's double what I was planning on for wheels and tires. But I'm not telling you what they are. You have to wait till I'm 100% and when they show up. That'll be the surprise, is the wheels and tires. But that is your weekly report. We've been missing for a couple of days. Like I said, I don't like posting anything unless I got something interesting for you. I don't like wasting your guys' time. So, I guess I got to get started on the dually now. We just had to make a little room. We got a lot of projects coming in, lots of small jobs these days. Engines and stuff like that, and service jobs. And I don't know where they're all coming from, but it's filling our shop up, that's for sure. But thank you for watching, and I hope you subscribe.